All right, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Scarlet and Blue Show. If you go back a little over a year from now, similar episode, but the tone of the windows changed here, flip-flops. And so we got a fun one, I think, here today.
The sideline, forget about it. This baby's over. Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Touchdown. No flag. Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins. Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa. Can they catch him? No. Donovan Edwards again. The down.
Boom. Oh, there we go. All right. We're back. I don't know what episode this is, but it's the national championship episode for my boy Garrison Dean. Real quick, Garrison, tell me you enjoyed some of this yesterday in celebration.
Hey, yes, sir. SBD vodka, stock the bar. Please go pick up at your local family fair, Meijer, Walmart, Walgreens, wherever you drink here in the state of Michigan, or buy your alcohol app. Actually, please go get it. If you're in the state of Ohio, it's not that far away. Check a map. And yeah. And you know what? Keep going, Bryce.
Well, real quick too, it's cold out
It
and
is.
weather's nasty all throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in Michigan,
Our
you need
lives are a
insurance.
collection
Riches.
of experiences, moments of happiness or times of great loss. First homes, new babies, property loss, even heartache. Knowing that your insurance provider is always close by offers comfort. At Farm Bureau Insurance, the experience you get with our local trusted advisors is different. From financial security to a helping hand, Farm Bureau understands the experience matters. Find an agent who can protect what matters to you.
All right. Can you hear me? It says my mic is muted.
Yeah, I can hear you, buddy.
Oh, you hear me? All right. All right. You gave me the opportunity to speak last year, and Garrison, I'm returning the favor. The floor is yours, my friend. I already said congratulations to him via text and before we recorded, so I'll say here again, congratulations on the national championship.
Thank you. Okay, first off, let's give Bryce Robert Sack his props. He did call this championship at the start of the playoffs. So round of applause to you, buddy, for just being an honest football fan and saying, well, maybe you were trying to jinx us. Maybe you were. But you know what? Right now, you don't. Right now, I'll give you the credit for it.
I'll say this: I won a decent amount of money betting on you guys as well. So I backed it up with the pocketbooks.
There you go.
And I reaped the reward. So go ahead.
Now it's good. Now let's get to work. Once again, this has been a season for me where I've had some instances where I've been wrong, but I've been on things that I harped on that Ohio State Michigan game, but a lot of things that I felt very, very confident in, things that I had a lot of numbers and proof on why I believe so. Those things came true. When we talked about this game, we talked about this game, I told you there's some non-negotiables. I said, they primarily run the ball. That's not something. That's not something Ohio State really gives up. And you saw, we'll start on this side of the ball because that was one of my non-negotiables. And we'll start on that side, dude. That first drive of the game, you would think for the average Ohio State fan that would make us nervous. When I saw that first drive, it went almost 10 minutes, 18 plays, was it? Right then and there, I said, "Oh, we're gonna kill them." And you got Riley Leonard throwing up after. the drive. And you could tell how tired he was after that. I said, that drive took. I tweeted this out like a few hours ago. That drive took more out of them than it did out of us. And there's no way to replicate that drive again.
You did call that. I did see you tweet that.
Mhm.
I think I was excited at first for the Irish, and then you did see that, and so I'll give you your flowers there,
Yep.
folks. He did call that one out, and you were right. We'll keep talking about the game because I have those questions for you, but keep going.
Yeah, I'm gonna start on the offensive side, and then like if you want to chime in, please do. And so I in that tweet I said, get back out there, go drive the balls, score, get the defense back in, settle. That's exactly what I said. And they got back out there, they got settled. Didn't get them a thing, dude. They couldn't move the ball. They just couldn't. And I kept telling people. Everyone kept saying, put Ohio State in a phone booth. Show me the offense where that works. It's time that we have a real conversation. No. It's time to have a real conversation about this defense. This defense, it's up there with the 2023 Michigan, 2021 Georgia defense. It's up there.
It is a good defense.
This defense, man, has been. And you would think it'd be this good. You have these guys that have been under Jim Knowles' system for 3 years, so the longer that you've been in the system, there's more intricate things you can learn about it. You can act more freely through it or playing in it, and I'm just so impressed by this. Jeremiah Love. We want the Buckeyes. Yeah, all 4 carries and 3 yards you had. I'm sure you wanted us. Once again, there's another running back who's top in the nation, and we took him out of the game. Just took him out. Like dude, I don't know what to say. This defense is special. Jack Sawyer, JTT too. I'm so thankful that they came to Ohio State. No. I'll give my thanks. A little bit later. Ty Lee played very good in this game. Sonny Styles did. The whole secondary was just lights out. And Jim Knowles is a legend. Jim Knowles is I would say the second best defensive coordinator. Probably the best defensive coordinator we've had since Mark D'Antonio was really good. Because Mark won us a championship, essentially. Mark D'Antonio did. So it's what do you think about Notre Dame's offense? And by the way, I think all those passing yards, man, they didn't matter. Even when we got up by they cut it down to 8, Bryce. I wasn't shedding any sweat.
I was going to ask you that. Was there any point in that game?
No.
Yeah.
Because
unfortunately, agree.
Because at that point, man, I was like, okay, we're just trying to not the clock down. I wish that Ryan Day actually kept his foot on the pedal and just curb stomped him. That's what I was hoping for. Don't full out do it. Like, don't drop 50 on him, but give him a smooth 43. I was hoping.
Well, I thought he was going to, and then Ibuka had the fumble.
Yeah,
I thought he was going for the jugular there.
Yeah, I thought after that he kind of relaxed, just chilled. But right there, I thought he was going to, and we just kept running the ball. And even when they got up, when we were up by 8. Dude, look what Chip Kelly did on that. Him and Ryan Day. Look what they did on that one. Run play with Howard. It's going nowhere. So now you thinking third, what's like?
I know. I was gonna tweet. I had the tweet written. I was like, they're setting something up here.
They definitely were. And then last second, these idiots go into man coverage.
So all right, well, hold on. We're talking about Notre Dame's offense. So
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
100%. Riley Leonard gave it his all, but he might have died in the first half.
First drive.
First drive. And it took them really the whole game to figure out how to throw the ball. And it wasn't until late in the game that they got something going. And then I thought I don't know, they just didn't seem to use Jeremiah Love. I don't get it, or if they were shut down, if he was hurt. It feels like they just didn't really go to him, and they had success on that first drive.
I think he might have gotten hurt. I think Ransom might have hit him in the middle. And there was a play Ransom hit someone really hard. I think it was Jeremiah Love. But I think we knocked him out of the game because I think that Marcus Freeman saw where the game was going. You know, I like to say, see the forest from the trees. He saw the forest from the trees, and they got down quick, Bryce. Because you got to remember that first drive was 10 minutes, and then our drive we took 5 to 6 minutes.
So it was a long drive.
Yeah,
good response.
It was a long drive too. Right after what they did, then we got them off the field really quick. The next drive, scored, did it again. The next drive, scored, and by that time, dude, it's like, holy crap! You went down 14. And what do we all keep saying? If they go down 14, the game might essentially be over.
Ball game.
Well, what do you think about the defense, the Ohio State defense, and the Notre Dame offense?
Yeah, defense was stout. I haven't looked at any of the stats, but defense was the defense. Defense was never going to be your issue. I didn't think they had an offense that could even compete anyways. And
so I'm eating cookies.
That's all right. This is your night, my friend. This is your night.
Yeah.
So I never saw that being the case. And this is too good, man. It's too good. I'm glad a lot of those guys are going to be gone next year.
Yeah, now, because I want to separate these. Now let me have a moment for everyone that questioned me on some of the things with Ohio State's defense and Notre Dame's offense. Riley Leonard sucks. He would never be. He's a poor man's JT Barrett.
Oh, don't throw a ricochet shot on 16.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Come on, it's your guys' day. He's celebrating somewhere.
It's crazy. I was watching like one of these reactions. The guys are watching like the game, watching the reaction. They said that Notre Dame. They said Notre Dame treats Riley Leonard like a black guy quarterback.
I don't know what that means. Explain that.
They just keep running them. But
oh jeez.
But no, like shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the people that thought that Notre Dame could actually run the ball on us. I kept telling you couldn't. There's no way you could. I kept telling you that your offense is sustainable. I kept telling you like there was no way. Like outside of you guys just having to throw the ball at the end and us just like playing back coverage when we were really out there. Like I heard this really good analogy, Bryce, about how Ohio State kind of took their foot off the pedal. Like I said, when it was 31-0 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They said, it was Chip Patterson, and Chip Patterson on Cover 3 said, sometimes, you're at work and you look at the clock and it says 3:15 on it, and you're kind of like, you know what? I kind of have already finished the day already. You ever been there, Bryce?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I think so too.
You guys, I just think they were not a challenge for us. I think you could actually see the difference in athletes when they're on the field with us. And again, this defense is the second greatest defense in Ohio State history, in my opinion, after the 2019 defense.
Remind folks at home who's on that defense.
Chase Young, Jeff Okudah.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, like that year, Jeff Okudah didn't have a single penalty called on him that season.
Yeah,
that defense was insane.
Speaking of defensive backs, are you happy Igbinosa's? Is he graduating? and Burks graduating?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you guys got some better guys in the Waynes
Oh yeah.
that need to get in there.
Yeah.
Get rid of those guys.
Look, man, Jermaine Matthews is going to be a starter next year. He's going to be a star next year. Thank you to Iggy. He's one of the guys, Bryce, who have actually changed the culture at Ohio State, coming from Ole Miss. He's more fiery, and I thought he changed the way we show passion on our team, especially in the secondary. Shout out to Denzel Burke, one of the rare guys, Bryce, who started. Like, Ohio State's had a lot of great corners that come through there. He has been a starter for all 4 years of his Ohio State journey, Denzel Burke. So congratulations to that. Lathan Ransom, thank you, man. He stayed the course. Been injured a lot over the last few years. Came out this year fully healthy, didn't get hurt, and cemented himself as one of the Buckeye greats at safety. Cemented himself as one of the better safeties in college football also this season. So, and shout out to Caleb Downs.
Yeah, real quick, Lathan Ransom did have a big year. I thought that was one guy who got overshadowed, and he ended up having a really nice season.
Yeah.
Now, does that help because you have an All-American across from you? Maybe, but I'll give credit where credit's due. I'm not here.
Ransom's been good every year, so.
Okay. All right.
So let's get to the other side now. Let's talk about that trash-ass defense of Notre Dame. I kept hearing, and shout out to my guy. He's on our show the other week, or a few days ago, actually, now. And my guy, our guy, Ryan Frabel.
Shout out Ryan.
Let's talk about the other negotiable or non-negotiable, Bryce. Them running man-to-man defense.
Oh, my goodness, Garrison.
It was visible from play 2 or 3. We could move that ball whenever we wanted to. And it was clear because Bryce, I'm mad that me and you didn't have this conversation. Because I asked this one, I think I joined Johnny Old in the show, and I asked this question to some guys. And I said, okay, well, what happens if Ohio State, with Notre Dame giving up 130 rushing yards a game? And we went through that whole gap scheme thing, Bryce, and all that, okay? I said, what happens if Ohio State I said they should test the middle early, see what happens, see if you can get some success, right? And if it works, then Notre Dame's in trouble. And it was very early. I mean, it was noticeable very early that we could run the ball whenever we wanted to.
Garrison, you guys could do anything you wanted whenever you wanted to. There was nothing on offense that you couldn't do last night.
Dude, it was...
Texas was our best shot. That's what it comes down to.
Texas was
our best shot to shut this guy up. And here we are.
No, I just... But Bryce, these are all things that I called out in depth. Like, can I get my flowers? Like, I called every single one of these things out. I gave the numbers.
Listen to the man, people.
But I just, and listen, man, I get it. I've been wrong here and there, but I was very, very, very bullish on a week and a half of work of studying this team and watching them. And I kept telling people I don't need to watch any football game but that USC one. Why? Because they moved the ball however they wanted to on you.
You did call that. You did call that.
I just, I said, I understand how good the secondary is. I said, I think this is a good team. Dude, you were out there running man-to-man with Jeremiah Smith. And let's get to that last. Let's get to that play at the end. Well, let's talk about that first touchdown he had. That's a play that we took from Alabama.
I sent you that. Did you get that?
Yeah, well, I saw it, yeah.
All right.
And when listen, man, this wasn't a Buckeye Live. When we saw that play, we knew exactly what that play was. But
Devontae Smith, right?
Yep. Against us. But the cool part about it is that all season, Bryce, we've been running that jet sweep all year to Jeremiah. And at the last Well, I mean, at the last second of the year, like in a game when you needed to pull it out. Bryce, think about it. They kept that play in the tuck all season.
Yep.
And then right when we needed it, it worked. And then you get to that, like I love, it's poetic. I love how, the first touchdown of the season was Jeremiah Smith. And then we sealed the season with the Jeremiah throw to Jeremiah Smith. And we were talking about a few minutes ago, but we can talk about it now. Just to set that play up to go deep. It's crazy how quickly we lured them to sleep. It wasn't like there was like a minute left on the clock. It was about what, 2 to 45, 3 minutes left, maybe. There was still time on the clock. And I was out there saying Ohio State needs to sling that ball around.
Well, I listened to Vanilla Bread interview after the game, and he actually said that's one of those plays.
No, not anymore.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Not anymore.
I listened to Ryan Day at the end, and he said that's a read that they make at the line. So I don't know if that was designed deep ball the whole way, but they basically he said that when they saw the single coverage out there, it was going to Jeremiah. But you're right. It was third and like 5 or something like that.
No, it was like 3rd and 10. We ran two.
Oh, yeah, it was because you had 2. Yeah, you're right.
QB powers.
They're so dumb. 3rd and 10, one-on-one coverage on the outside. What in the world are you doing? It's not even like he went in motion and you got confused. Like the Jeremiah Smith's first touchdown, that could have been a mistake, right? Someone miscommunication, fouled the guy in motion. But this was just single coverage, cover 1, cover 0, whatever it was.
And the thing is, like, Jeremiah ran right at him, so he ran right past him. I think guys are scared when they see him.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith could have told him what he was doing, and they wouldn't be able to stop him.
Oh man, this offense, and shout out to Judkins, 3 touchdowns on the day, 100 yards. Travion had a pretty good game. Those two, I wish we had another year of them.
Is Judkins gone?
We'll see. I think after a game like that,
he's a draft. Okay, he's not a senior though. He has eligibility.
He's a junior. Yeah, he's a junior, and so we'll see. I
saw a tweet that said Will Howard made himself some money on a throw.
That last throw.
Yeah, he had a big night. He had a big playoff, man. Dude, I was critical of him.
Dude, finished with the nation's number 1 QBR.
Yeah, it's pretty good. He got it going.
Let's talk about it real quick. Let's because this is an important conversation to me. Thank you, Emeka Egbuka, for being who you are to this program. You are cemented. I think you are this championship puts you in, I think, top 7 to top 10 layer of Ohio State wide receivers, maybe higher. I got to think about it.
List them off. Not in order. You don't have to give me the order, but give me the top. Give me everybody before him.
Wide receivers?
Yeah. No, long snappers, Garrison.
Well, he ain't listen. Jeremiah's he's the GOAT. Jeremiah's the GOAT. I would say Chris Carter, 2. Are you asking me to list it?
Yeah. You don't have to go. No, I was saying who are the 7 before Emeka, and you can give me the order if you want.
Oh, it would be like Jeremiah, Chris Carter. Shoot, it might not be Chris Carter.
Ooh.
This championship does a lot for me. No, like Garrett Wilson. I mean, do you have? It's not just that; it's the numbers Emeka has.
Hasn't he played the longest though?
Yeah, but I mean, numbers got to count for something. Jerry Rice got all the records, so played the longest. So,
well, yeah, but that's different. In college, you can leave and go get paid.
He wanted that, but he came back and got the ring.
And he did get paid.
That ring is like that's worth $1,000.
Marv didn't come back.
Nah, but there's a reason for that. Marv had to go.
Thought of Buko. I'm telling you, Marv's gonna be forgotten because of all your guys' amazing talent. But
that's like saying Chris Olave would. I mean, first of all, I mean, listen, Marv is top 3. It's if you ask me who my top 3 is, like you gotta have the numbers and the talent. It's Chris, Carter, Marvin, and Jeremiah,
what about like a guy like JSN?
and Garrett Wilson.
No JSN.
He's top 3.
Okay, well, you got more than 3 guys in your top 3 spot.
No, I mean, like, I'm just naming guys I think are up there. Like JSN's top 3 for me.
Okay.
My
All right. Anyways,
yeah.
Emeka.
But no,
Abuka.
thank you to all you guys. Offensive line, I'm proud of you guys. Justin Fry, I'm proud of you. Now let's talk about William.
Oh, did you apologize to Justin Fry?
Listen, man, I've been doing that for about a month now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accountability, man. That's what we're about here.
Where does Will Howard rank for Ohio State quarterbacks? I'm willing to have the insane conversation.
Wow. Okay. My opinion doesn't matter here. So what would you say?
No. I want to hear, because you've been alive, Bryce. You've at least, like, from a rival standpoint, you have been able to see it from a different lens. The greatest, no, listen, because you have seen the golden age of Ohio State quarterback.
Unfortunately, this is true.
Yes, from Craig Krenzel to today.
Not the first name I'd probably list.
Well, okay, I'm gonna say Troy, but I mean Craig is Craig. Craig is Craig, dude.
I think I'll let you rank them. I'm not gonna get in this game because I can't speak to it. But I will say this.
But this is fun for me. I want to hear what you think from your side.
Has any quarterback had this defense? Are you saying Justin Fields in 2019?
Justin had this defense. Troy kind of had this defense. Troy did have this defense. Here, I can keep talking. I'll look for it real quick.
Yeah, I just think that's a big part. And he has one of the, like you're saying, arguably the top wide receiver in Ohio State history. And there are a few times this year where,
but it's not the best Ohio State wide receiver unit. It's not.
You just said Emeka.
No. I said, yeah, dude. The Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and JSN wide receiver unit is better than this.
Okay. So is Will Howard better than CJ?
No, he's not better than CJ, but that's not the conversation we're going to have right now.
Oh, what's our conversation?
Because I'll give you an example, right? Stetson Bennett isn't better than Matt Stafford, right?
Right.
And in college, he wasn't.
Correct.
But Stetson Bennett, he's a legend. Bro, the dude has two. I'm sorry, but there's no way you can be the quarterback putting up the numbers that he put up, and with two championships back to back.
I just.
Let me ask you a question. If my numbers are close to what Matt Stafford has, like the numbers are close, and even though it's a different era, but they still are, and then you never won a national championship. I would have two, and they're back to back.
I know. I just think of those defenses, though, when I think of those Georgia national championship teams.
Bryce, Georgia's always had defenses.
Yeah. All right. So who ranks above Will Howard then?
Okay. One second. I'm trying to get this Ohio State stats here for 2002. So yeah, the defense that year was giving up. If I can find the points, I can't even find it. But I mean, the defense was okay. They're good. So let me ask you this: what do you think is bigger? Okay, because we had to throw in the Michigan game, right? That means something as the quarterback at Ohio State. how many times you win the game. Will Howard only had one chance. Okay, cool. And like him only being there for 1 year, that I wouldn't say at the point against him, but that's just the truth of the matter. So let's start with an easier name. Him and Terrell Pryor.
Oh, okay. That's good. It's good. Buckeye fans are gonna have fun with this
So
one.
like Terrell Pryor has, he has some okay numbers. His numbers aren't close to Will's in 1 year.
And you got to look at too where the program was at,
Yep.
and that would have been, was that 08 through 10? No,
Yeah,
Braxton.
08 to 10.
Yeah, Braxton was a freshman 11.
Yep. And Terrell's best season it doesn't come close to Will's best season. Now, part of that is the offense we were running, but dude, I mean.
So, what do you say?
Like he has the national championship. That's bigger than anything TP has. So
TP really doesn't have.
He has both. He has BCS games, but
Yeah, he's got the Rose Bowl
and Big Ten championships. Never lost to Michigan.
I don't think we.
Wait, no. Yeah, he never lost.
Never lost to Michigan.
So I mean, he has those. But I mean, do you think BCSs and that are bigger than if I have a better year and a national championship with it? Like I could be wrong here, but TP's best year, I don't even think he's ever eclipsed. Has he eclipsed 30 total touchdowns? Or 35?
This is for you to work through, man.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about it. Let me see. Well, okay, I'm gonna put him ahead of Terrell. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, let's go to Troy. How do you feel about that?
Heisman.
Is the Heisman bigger than the national championship? Because remember, we're not talking about who's a better player. We're talking about like where you rank as in like, I would say legend or legend. Not I'm not asking. Because remember, I think we know Matt Stafford's a better quarterback than Stetson Bennett, but Stetson Bennett is bigger. Stetson Bennett is bigger at Georgia than Matt Stafford is.
Oh, that's a good question. All right, so Troy Smith, they went to the national championship in 06 and lost to Florida, right?
Yep.
So he made the national championship, won the Heisman, won the Big Ten. I think you got to give it to Troy.
Troy? Okay.
I think the Heisman is huge.
Do you think the Heisman is bigger than the national championship?
Not always, but they're close.
Okay.
But Troy Smith would have been undefeated against Michigan too, right? Oh, because 03 would have been our last win, and that was 06.
Yeah, he's never lost to Michigan. He did win a Fiesta Bowl against Notre Dame. Yeah, they beat Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl. Lost the national championship.
All right, keep going. So Troy Smith's ahead of. What are you saying? What's your?
Troy Smith is ahead of him. Braxton.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, why am I answering this? Is he?
I like that. No, I'm with you. I think like this is a better player. I think Braxton might be the best player in Ohio State history, like just football player.
Wow.
But because he can do anything on offense, which is rare. But
is Braxton ahead of Pryor?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
CJ.
Are you just skipping?
No, I'm just naming them. CJ.
Oh. I'm biased with CJ, so you answer that.
This is going to be so unpopular.
It's good. Make waves.
I would give CJ the nod. I would. If he had one win against Michigan. This is gonna sound crazy. And it's not because, listen, if CJ had this defense, maybe it's different.
I agree.
If CJ had this defense in 22, maybe he beats Michigan. Maybe in 2021. But we're not here to talk about the ifs. There's nothing that CJ Stroud has done in his career at Ohio State that is more impressive than Will Howard leading his team to a national championship.
Okay. All right, so you're putting. I'm writing this down. We'll share this
because it's. Remember, this isn't about who's the better player. It's not who it's about. What it's about.
Yeah. What? So this is.
But because CJ is so great at being a quarterback, if he had one win against Michigan, I might put him ahead of Will Howard because his ability surpasses his that much.
I feel like he's the best passing quarterback you guys have had.
Yes, without a doubt. But
so we're saying QB legend. What are the criteria for this?
Accomplishments.
So would you say the greatest Ohio State quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because in greatness, you have to accomplish things. This is a disgusting conversation.
It's your night, man. You dictate the conversation here.
We're gonna have this conversation another day. I'm gonna come up with a list.
Well, we got 5. All right, where does?
No, we're here. We're already here.
Dwayne Haskins rank. R.I.P.
No, Dwayne. I'm sorry. No, Dwayne's not in this conversation.
I'll be last.
No, he's not last. He's just like
Is he ahead of Pryor?
No, not in terms of greatness. No.
And then Justin Fields.
No. Justin Fields is
Is he ahead of Braxton?
Justin Fields?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Is that who? That's it.
Do you want JT Barrett or do you want Will Howard?
Is JT Barrett at the end of this list for you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Above Haskins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have 8 quarterbacks: Troy Smith, Will Howard, C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, Braxton Miller, Terrell Pryor, J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins.
Let's go. Let's go Troy 1. How much is a Michigan win worth?
Well, ask some of your fans now. They're going to say nothing.
Don't do that.
Ask Jack Sawyer before the season. He'd say everything. Nope, I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to pile on. This is your night. I'm here to support you.
I actually got to think about this. I'm sorry. This went down. This got a little bit deeper than I thought. I got to think about this.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the list. What I have now.
Yeah, but now let's just talk about it, Bryce. Ohio State's back on top, and it's hilarious to me because, I see your fan base, clawing for attention, and it's disgusting. Get a life, get a grip. I truly do. I empathize for you or with you. I care about you guys because I understand that how hard it is to you have your greatest team ever. You win a national championship, a great one. You come back the next season, You beat Ohio State again at Ohio State again. Haven't done that in a long time, gone back to back at Ohio State in a very long time, over 20 years. Over 20 years. And then in the midst of that, you stop us from going to the Big Ten championship. And guess what? It didn't stop a damn thing. It didn't stop a damn thing. The snowball kept rolling. And the Ohio State Buckeyes went into Atlanta, Georgia on MLK Day. And on the day 47 was back in the office. You know, you got J.D. Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy, two proud Ohioans, tweeting out Ohio State. LeBron James was there. And I knew when the King was there, I knew we were winning. I knew. I had a conversation with someone the day before the game. And I said, LeBron has to be at the game. The team has to know he's there.
Okay.
And it showed. Hey, bro, when there's like an Ohio great hierarchy. Up there, you got LeBron James, Jim Tressel, Urban Meyer, guys like that. You know, the Wright brothers that created airplanes or flight, guys like that, you know. And so I'm very proud of this team. And, you know, and again, I'm very happy that the fans of Notre Dame who called me wrong, who, just like Bryce, I gave you information upon information like I did for Bryce during the off season. And it's up for you to take the information. Now, you like the Bible says, you can teach him. You could fish for a man and he eats for a day, or you could teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. And I just try to give you guys information for a lifetime, because for the rest of your lifetime, it looks like you Notre Dame fans are going to go without every single national championship, just like your grandparents did, just like them.
So first of all, teach a man to fish, not in the Bible.
It's not. I'm sorry. It's not that. No, I'm thinking about something else.
Nope. It's just a proverb, but
it's a proverb. Well, same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not the point right now, Bryce. We're not. This isn't a theology class. This is just, we're here to have fun, baby. And there's nothing more fun than making jokes about Notre Dame, who hasn't done anything since 1988.
We can agree on.
You know, it's fun reestablishing who the Midwest hierarchy of football programs. The Ohio State is back on top. To you Oregon fans, you're sweet, you're soft like sugars.
True.
If you guys want to sit here and sword fight with Michigan fans, you have a good day. Have fun. But that's not what I care to do. That's not what I care to do. I don't care to see that bull crap. Yeah, it's been all over Twitter. You know what I'm talking about. And if you guys want to sit here and have all that fun together, go ahead. Texas fans, you already know how I feel about you. If there ain't no steers down there, well, your team is soft. Bryce, shout out to all your Texas people. Well, I don't know what you guys do down in Austin, Texas. Go wrestle some cattle. Go do whatever you do. Go. I don't know, curve some whatever. I don't know what they do in Austin, Texas. But what I do know is that you guys are losers. Again,
I'm upset with Texas. I'm with you here. They were our shot.
To Tennessee fans, all that hee-hawing and hooting and hollering that y'all was doing, back down south, don't care about you. I just love, and it's fun. I love how much people hate to see us win. And now to the Wolverine fans, I get it. You guys want to make everything about us, make everything about yourselves. I get it. I truly do. And just know that I don't care. Just know that you can say 13-10 all you want, and I'm going to sit there, laugh at you. Already pre-ordered my national championship banner. I'm going to turn around, smile at it, shed a tear of joy, and laugh back in your face.
Will the banner have all the scores on it from the season?
Is yours? No.
Well, no.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then we
The
can't.
champion shirts. Championship shirts
Yeah,
too.
but we get in the conversation because you asked me a question and I answered it back, and clearly you don't have it, sir. You know, I've
You know what
been
the record
really,
would be if I did have it?
I don't know. Ryan Day is 70-10. The third highest win percentage for any coach over 50 wins in history. He's up there with Luke Rockney. Like those are the names he's with. We're talking black people who couldn't even play football names. We're talking guys are playing blind nursery classmates. But like, dude, we're talking like guys still teaching the game of football when they go out. Dude, everyone, if you're not like a college football nerd, let me teach you something. What some of these blue bloods used to do, Michigan most famously,
No, you guys just as part of that as well.
and go out there and teach these teams how to play football, go and spank them on the field after they taught them, and count that as a win.
It's the best way to learn. You're welcome. You're welcome, world.
Dude, listen, I'm very proud of this team. Is it one of the greatest championships of all time in college football? No, but I would call it the hardest path ever taken in college football in terms of the playoff. It was the hardest playoff to win to date.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the only one that's been ever like this. So
no, but I mean, it's been. I mean,
for
even
now,
if there was like, if Ohio State took the Boise State, Arizona State path, I wouldn't say this. But we took a path that was insane, not by our own choice, but I mean, it's the path we had to take. We had to, dude. We be in top 5 teams this season. Like that's why it's like, yeah, people can bring up the whole Michigan game and all that, or losing at Oregon by 1 in Austin at 8:00 p.m. But overall, this team went around and they handled business against the top teams in the nation. That's what they did. And let's get this straight, bro. Will Howard's a top 5 quarterback this season. All you shit talkers. Who, Bryce? Who has been holding Will Howard and Ryan Day's hand through the fire for not just this year, but for Ryan Day for a few years now? Who's been doing it? This guy. I've been taking the
don't talk to me. Talk to the other Ohio State
I'm
fan.
the one who's been telling everybody stop saying Devin Brown for 2 years.
Ooh, some bad takes there.
I'm the one who said that. I'm the one who told everybody, yeah, you can't fire Ryan Day. And no one wanted to hear it. People want to have the conversation. I said, I think it's stupid to have this conversation when we know they're not going to fire him. And we know he's not even, and let's be honest, it's not a fireable offense. And the reason I'm really proud of myself, Bryce, you're going to like this. I think it was after last year. This is when, before this season, this is what happened for me. I never accepted losing that game. I never will accept losing that game every year. But I was like, but I'm a Buckeye that lives in the state of Michigan, okay? And I have like friends like you. I have friends like Lawson, like close friends of mine from when we were kids. I've seen you guys go through the darkest age of Michigan football. That's not what we're going through right now at Ohio State. There's been worse years at Ohio State, like the early 90s. And I said, you know what? If they can go through that BS, I will be okay too. The sun will shine on us smile us once again. It definitely will. I knew it would. And that's why for me, I was like, dude, yeah, these losses suck to Michigan. But I said, I still know we are the best. I said after Bama, I feel as though we are still the best program in the nation. We have the second best. We probably the most talent in the nation, and we are capable of winning a national championship with the team is right every single year. I'm happy I stuck with that. Dude, Ryan Day is a national champion. There's not. I couldn't tell you someone that deserves it more. Really couldn't. Guys made national championships as Jim Harbaugh. Know that much.
He was asked about it all playoff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give him credit for finally getting it. I got to give him credit. I'm hard on him. but credit where credit is due. All right, I've got questions for you, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold on them because it's not the night. You need to sell it. We need to sell it.
No, Bryce. I'm okay with it. Let's have a conversation. Come on. What do you ask me, buddy?
I don't want to do this now with you. We'll save this.
Why?
Because I want.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
I'll say this.
How do you feel about Ryan Day now?
I feel the same as I did before, but now I can't say what I said before, if that makes sense. Because he won the Natty. It was a difficult path, and he did it.
Dude, he did. Dude, Ryan Day did it. He really.
He did it. So, and honestly, too, as I gave Marcus Freeman the nod, the fact that guy let his defensive coordinator call that play. Worse,
can we
if
talk
he
about
was
Marcus?
involved in that decision making.
Well, let's talk about Marcus Freeman kicking that field goal.
Yeah, I mixed on that one because you guys are
dude,
so hard to score against in the red zone.
Then go for the dude.
But yeah, if you would have gone for it, then you would have. Worst case scenario is you don't get it and you pin them on the 8-yard line, wherever it was, or the 18.
Oh, well, no, but here's the thing. Even if you make that field goal and he doinked it, but even if you make that field goal, you're still down by 2 scores.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. I'm trying to figure out a world where that made sense, and it didn't make sense.
Let's call it what it is, Marcus. You're not a better. Listen, you are a rising coach, but you make some mental blunders. You did last year against Ohio State when you had to fill the field. Now you know what it looks like, dude? We are their Michigan.
That is true.
That's 3 years in a row. Dude, that's 3 years in a row.
Well, and what's their record? Like, you guys are 5-0 in the last 5 or something like that.
Yes, we haven't lost since like the 1940s.
It's complete ownership.
Yes, especially in the modern era.
Yeah.
And every time they
I think also to your point earlier is that it was fun to have. There's a lot going on last night. There was a unified hate against the SEC, which was good. There are fan bases. Oregon is now grabbing on to Michigan fans for some sort of victory.
Dude, it's disgusting to watch.
Michigan State's celebrating this championship as if it's theirs.
That's okay.
Stop! You can't. That's called hypocrisy.
No,
right
that's
there.
listen, but there's a kinship.
No,
between hate.
Disgusting. That is talk about little brother. That is little word I can't use. There was that. Even the coin toss last night. The ref said that he's from the SEC, and the crowd booed.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. And then you got Nick Saban complaining about money and how wanted NIL limitations, which tells me, honestly, I think this. I think I think that Alabama was so well run that there's part of me that even thinks he had no idea what was going on, and there was somebody else behind the scenes, because he has every single time denied it. And what he's denying what feels like an indisputable fact. And I just think it's either a psychopath blindly lying to the camera every time, or you didn't actually know. I don't know what it is.
I think he's definitely lying to the camera, and I have no problem with that. Die with the lie. I'm okay
Fair.
With that. But I think Nick Saban saw I think he got out because he saw the sport was going.
Yeah.
The Big Ten schools have much more money than the SEC schools. And I think maybe the Pac-12 or what used to be those Western schools, like schools like the money that Texas has is different from what the SEC schools have.
100% than what LSU has.
Yeah, I think that the northern schools are starting to pull more. They just don't have enough money. Yeah. I guess they have enough, but they don't. Dude, I mean, when North Carolina can dish out $20 million for Bill Belichick, I'm very interested to see what he does there. I think people are writing him off too quickly.
Fair.
You got a young wife. Maybe she boosts his energy up.
Girlfriend.
Oh yeah, same thing. She ain't going anywhere.
No.
But
Well,
is there anything else you want to say about the game? Just anything you were impressed by. Jeremiah
a lot of
Smith,
it.
by the way, he's gonna go down as probably the greatest. Like we're talking Orlando Pace like type of.
He's unbelievably good.
I think like Chase Young, Orlando Pace are the greatest Ohio State players that I've ever seen. I didn't see Orlando Pace, but I've watched enough of his old games to know. I mean, you're a tackle that finishes, offensive tackle that finishes in the Heisman race.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
I think though Jeremiah Smith was the most important player on your team though this year. He bailed out Will Howard a couple times. He was Will Howard's safety valve. He's a freak where you can run plays for him and he opens up your offense. Well, I mean, once he got going last night, it was over. It's just over because you can't.
Mhm.
God, they played, man. What the? I almost thought they were lying the whole week. I thought they were just saying that just to say it. It's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling.
But again, I said on here when you push someone's back against the wall, they're going to revert to what they always do. If you run over 60% man, you are going to mostly stay in that.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, if that's what you've done and that's what the defensive scheme is
Mhm.
and that's what you know, yes.
But at the same time, man, there's just too much data when it comes to Ryan Day's offense. I mean, that Georgia game, it showed don't go man to man. Go look at that Utah game in the Rose Bowl. Utah went man to man, saw what happened there. It is just not smart.
Yeah, I
And
mean, we went man to man in 2019 and that was it. That game completely changed the trajectory of our defense.
yes, if you go man to man against Ryan Day, there's a really good chance he's going to rip you apart.
So last question I have for you, we'll get out of here and you can
Mhm.
continue celebrating or whatever. Where does this team rank? This is better than the 19 team?
They're not better than the 19 team, but you're ranked ahead of them.
Okay, so you're just saying based off national championship.
That 2019 team would beat any Ohio State team in history.
That was a good
But
team, and college football, I think, was at one of its best points.
that was probably the toughest playoff year ever in college football. In terms of just, in terms of the top teams.
Oklahoma was on the other side.
Yeah.
I thought that was you.
So no, but they get ranked ahead of them.
Okay.
They won. In terms of just what they did. The 2014 team. No. 2002. No. So they're probably like a top 5. They're the first Ohio State team to win a championship without beating Michigan.
All right. And that'll be a question. I'm going to let you think about this one because, again,
This is what you want to ask me.
You're happy. I get it. And Garrison, there's something you do on this program oftentimes and with a variety of different topics. One of them being some of the scandals. And you always reference past coaches and quotes that they have made. Well.
Yes, Bryce. Go ahead and read it.
Go back
go ahead and read it. Just read it. Just read it.
We go back to Woody Hayes, a coach who is arguably your greatest coach in history, has an entire facility named after him. He said national championships, essentially, I'm paraphrasing, I don't have a quote in front of me.
No, go
national
ahead.
championships don't count unless you beat Michigan. And I want to add one more quote.
Mm-hmm.
Urban Meyer, national championship winning head coach, also said you can't win the national championship if you don't win the conference. Now, context matters for that one. But then
it was based on the year that you had to essentially win your conference.
Yep.
And
last thing I'll say, you have Ohio State has 3 goals in the season: beat Michigan, win the conference, win the national championship. They were 33% on those goals. That's not going to get you into Ohio State. how much of all of that matters to you? And again, I always don't want to ask this now because
You know what? All right, no, it's okay. So the Woody Hayes quote, that's cool and all, bro, but that's a very long time ago.
Okay.
Like,
And just like that.
I wasn't even my dad's, you know what, before at that point, dude. Like, no. When it comes to the Urban Meyer comment, Urban doesn't get to say that. You know why? Because Urban, you went to the playoffs without winning the conference. Literally. Lost to Penn State. Penn State won the Big Ten. Penn State doesn't make the playoff. Why? Ohio State does.
In 16?
Yep.
Okay.
So, you know, listen, Urban, I love you. Like, I mean, I love you. But you can lie about a lot of different things. This ain't one of them. This ain't one of them. So,
And
yeah,
then
those quotes don't mean anything to me.
all right.
I just destroyed both of those quotes.
Well, okay. I mean, you had a response.
No, Urban went to the not the national championship, but he went to the playoff without winning his conference. So I would highly doubt if Urban were to go and win that championship. That, mind you, I think that's the year he got beat 31-0. No, he wouldn't be.
Yes.
Yeah, he wouldn't be saying that. BS.
Okay. And then the last thing is 2 losses, finished 4th in the conference, didn't beat Michigan. At home as 3 touchdown favorites. And I'll say this, Garrison, I can live with this natty because of that. That's all I'll say. I'm, again, not going to poo-poo on things, but critics out there are giving these data points to you and to other Buckeye fans. What do you say to that?
What data points?
10-2, finished 4th in the conference, and lost to Michigan at home.
So we finished 4th.
Michigan.
All right, so like this is why, because I think that, you know, context and nuance matters. Ohio State finished 4th in the conference behind Penn State and Indiana and Oregon, correct?
Correct.
Did Ohio State beat Indiana this season?
Yes.
Did Ohio State beat Penn State this season?
Yes.
So, I mean, outside of an act of the devil, that we lose a game in game 13 or week 13. Listen, man, everyone knew we were better than Indiana. Like, yeah, okay, cool. We finished fun data point. We beat 2 of the 3 teams ahead of us. And then a couple weeks later, not on the road, at nighttime, in Autzen, we see them at the Rose Bowl, Oregon. And we make it very clear who was better. We made it very clear. Like, at this point, when you get beat the way we beat Oregon, there's no reason in talking about that 1-point loss. Yes, we lost it. Yes, Oregon won the Big Ten 13-0. That's something to be commended.
Yes.
But at the same time, you had a chance to cement yourself into greatness, and we smacked you in the mouth, sent you home, all the way to Autzen. You in your Nike gear, all the recruits that you got over us that wanted shoe deals. Take another L. Once again, just a reminder, this is another time where Oregon has one of their top 3 teams of all time, one of the best teams of all time, with a chance to go win a national championship, sees Ohio State, and, you know, like we like to say in the military, Bryce, rip your ears off, shove them up your butt, just so you can hear me kick the ish out of you. I just, listen, man, people can talk about the regular season all they want. I think that we've had this conversation. The game is getting more towards an NFL look, but there's still some nuance in there. For me as a fan, the game will always matter, like Ohio State and Michigan. Nothing's going to take that away. But we've had this conversation. But, I mean, in the NFL game, we don't cry and moan when teams don't win their division and they win the Super Bowl.
Okay. So, but you haven't addressed the key point here.
What's the key point? Oh, you mean
didn't
comparing
beat-
us?
No, you didn't beat Michigan. Sorry, that was confusing.
No, I just told you I don't care. That's a big loss. It is a big loss. I don't care for this team. They won the national championship. I'm sorry. Like, Bryce, you probably don't remember this. Last year, after we before the season, I said if we win the national championship, and I was assuming we beat you guys because it looked like we were going to. I said, remember I told you, I don't give a damn about the last few years. I care about the loss this season. I care about the loss in 22 a lot. And the 23 loss hurts. 21, I can get over that. It sucks, but whatever. It's aggravating. But dude, like I've this team won a national championship, and I'm very consistent in saying the ultimate is the ultimate.
Okay. All right.
Like I'm happy listen, man, this is Ryan Day's first class. Jack Sawyer being Ryan Day's first recruit. These guys did not leave without. You ever seen that meme with Denzel Washington, and he goes, "I'm leaving here with something." That's what they did, and they came back with the ultimate prize. That's cool. You know, at the because Bryce, let's say we're having a conversation about the 24 season, and we're talking about it. You're gonna say, "Hey, don't forget, 13-10, Michigan beat Ohio State," and then how I'm gonna respond to you? Best team in college football.
Okay. All right.
So, by the way, Bryce, can you please tell me who the defending national champs are?
For which year?
The current.
For 2024?
The current.
Yeah, the 2024 national champs. Ohio State. 2023, Big Ten back-to-back national championships.
I'm sorry, Bryce. No, I didn't ask you on a time machine. I asked you specifically who the current.
Yeah, the 2024 national champion is Ohio State, correct?
Yes, and they are the defending national champions.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
Yes.
After back-to-back.
And leave it there. Let's leave it there. By the way, how was your dad watching it?
Yeah, we were honestly. I'll send you the text messages. That's
okay between you and Bobby.
Between me and Pops. Says, yeah, when Notre Dame will not play zone, it's over. He says. I said, yeah. Said Texas was the best shot against OSU, and he spelled out O and then the $sign for S and then U, which I thought was clever.
Oh, he's so salty.
He said 2 massive dumb calls costed them. And then let's see.
That's so crazy. He's so hurt.
And then we were just talking about how this one, it said it's not ideal that you guys win this year, but November 30th makes it.
Listen, man, it's my third national championship I've seen. Now I don't have to hear you go, it's him the championship that you is about there. No, I don't hate that crap anymore.
Yep. And a year from now, we'll be all tied up again. It's fine.
You wouldn't put a bet on that?
I'm close.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
I don't know. The national title odds have not been
released. I saw some way too earlys.
Yeah, 9.5. Free money. Take it.
I think you should always take if the number is that big in the game. I think you should always take it.
Yeah. All right, we've gone too long. What else you got? Anything else? The floor is yours, man.
Listen, man, all I gotta say is that through summer's heat or through winter's cold, how firm thy friendship. Oh, hi, oh.
Go blue.
OH.